Oh.
Try not to use any of your MMA training.
How do we draw?
Oh.
What's going on out there today in YouTube land? We are here with 4-time MMA Trainer of the Year. You got awards everywhere, right? Phil Daru.
Somewhat, yeah. They're in my office right now, actually.
He's got hella awards.
They're actually real.
They are real. Previously, the head strength conditioning coach at ATT. Now he's got his own spot, so if you're down in South Florida, make sure to come check it out. He also hosts his own podcast, got his own YouTube channel. I'm going to put that down in the link below, so make sure you jump over there, subscribe, show some love. We got a lot of cool content over there. We also have matching beards. So if you guys are trying to get in shape, you're looking for mobility, looking for stability work, there's all kinds of great content over there. I think there's a video of him getting knee surgery too.
So
Dr. Bossy chopped that thing up, he jacked it up in jiu-jitsu.
He kept me in there for an extra hour too.
So college football player, MMA fighter before as well, and then transitioned into strength conditioning. So he's got a broad background both in combat sports and strength conditioning in general. And this is the guy that everybody's going and trusting right now. Right now he's working with Kevin James, Timbaland. He's got Dustin Poirier, Joanna Jydrerzkie. Worked with so many world champion fighters. One of the biggest guys in the game. Make sure you go show him some love. And today we're gonna do some body work on you because, you know, sometimes the people taking care of other people need to get taken care of too. And he's really excited about it, as you can tell.
I'm a little scared, I'm not gonna lie.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's do it. Had the ACL tear 2019 December, and then I finally got it surgically worked on in September of 2020.
So you had 2 title fights coming up, so you had to kind of delay that surgery because you had to be there for your guys, right?
Yeah, I had Joanna and also Dustin fighting at that time, so I couldn't be down and be in crutches. And at that time I had to kind of postpone it, but I was working on it, I was jumping on it, doing movements, and I was also training on it too as well because I'm just a meathead and that's what I do. Finally got the surgery. I battled back pretty quickly. I ditched the crutches within a couple of days, honestly. Started strength training again and rehab. Now I'm getting a little bit of aches and pains. I got patellofemoral syndrome. Messes with my gait somewhat. I'm actually doing a triathlon at the end of the year. So trying to get right, making sure that the gait's there, and then also I can strength train appropriately.
So you're on that Stockton 209 tip now,
That's it, man.
All right.
I heard they're pretty good, so I might as well just go that route.
Yeah, you're going to beat them too, though.
Yeah, we'll see.
You can see how you ride on the bike.
I'm big ass riding on the bike, man. Have like a strained subscap, mainly from when I slept on it wrong, and then I was hitting the bag, did some overhead pressing, and then swimming now too as well, repetitive motion. So I'm lacking a little bit of rotation, external rotation on the shoulder, and also a little bit of internal rotation too as well. So it's hard for me to get into the water and really work the stroke that I need to.
Okay, lats are getting a lot of work.
For sure, 100%. Yeah. Okay. This is gonna suck, by the way.
He knows. Tell me where you start to feel that pressure on the knee.
Right about right there.
And it feels like it's directly across the kneecap?
Yep.
Deep, or is it hard to tell exactly where it is?
I wouldn't say deep. I would say a little bit more superficial, like right on the patella.
Okay. And you feel that on like stairs too, or if you're doing like split squats?
That anterior translation. Every time I go to step forward and get into like a late gate stance, primarily. Is it
worse on the front leg or if it's the back leg? So like if that leg's
back
behind?
leg sucks. Yeah, back leg sucks.
And let's check your external rotation on the shoulders. This one about the same?
Yeah, this one's a little bit more.
The right feels like it has a little more wiggle to it? Mm-hmm. Okay. Any tension here when you're doing that?
No, just more so
just on the
shoulder. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what got you in MMA, man? Like when did you start fighting, training? Were you always doing it? Because you played football, you said, in college.
Yeah.
Did you wrestle growing up?
No, I was going to, but I never wanted to stay in one weight class. I was always trying to get bigger. But I did Kempo karate when I was a kid, did some boxing in college, and I've always just liked martial arts in general. So as soon as my college days were up, found a gym, an ATT affiliate gym up north run by Dean Thomas. So got with Dean and started training. He was telling me, like, I was like 205 at the time, pretty much the same weight. He told me, you know, with the structure, I'm only 5'8", so you got to get down to 155. And I was like, I haven't been 155 pounds since like 13 years old, you know? So I was like, all right. I didn't want to do MMA. I wanted to box. I did one grappling class and I ended up getting like a bulldog choke on one of the upper belts. I was like, oh, okay, I'm pretty good at this, so let's try it out.
Just instinctively, just from being a good athlete?
Yeah, pretty much. Just using my athletic ability, and turned pro about a year later. My first pro fight was a main event card. I got $200 too, by the way. So shout out to all the guys that had to start real low balling. Don't get mad at the UFC right now.
So what made you move into more strength conditioning?
I mean, I've always been working towards like increasing performance. Yeah, like I've always.
So you were reading Flex magazine as a kid?
Yeah, man. Like honestly, I read a lot of Joe DeFranco stuff.
Okay, nice.
You know, a lot of articles there, and then I got big into Westside, and I ended up meeting Louis at a young age. Louis has been a mentor of mine for a while, and that's why decided to still go with conjugate, and I do a lot of like my own version of it.
Sure.
With my high school football team all the way. Even in college, I bounced ideas off my college strength conditioning coach. Then it just intuitively, I was like, all right, I need to get better for fighting. So learning on the go and understanding the bioenergetic demands of the sport, understanding the biomechanics of the sport, was able to put it all together. Had a couple of guys, throughout my career that taught me some things, especially like from powerlifting background, strongman background. I took things from those genres and those sports and was able to mend it together for MMA. So I'm helping coaches coach their guys and they're getting results, then you know that the methods have actually hold some water.
Right. Well, the proof's in the pudding too, right?
Yeah.
How many world championships?
Right now, with Dustin, I think we got the next one coming, but 7 so far.
Okay. So you got a prediction for that fight then, yeah?
Yeah, man. I'm going to say it right now. Submission. We're going with the Gilly in the 3rd.
I can see it.
Jumping the Gilly.
He's got a mean one.
Yes, sir.
That close on that other one, man.
He's hungry too. He called me the other day. It's like, I want to be in the best shape of my life in this one. And he usually says that all the time.
Sure.
He usually is, but
Yeah,
I could just tell in his voice.
So this is like the super duper red panty night.
Yeah, 100%.
The biggest one so far.
Yeah, you pass up on the title shot for this one. Yeah.
The trilogy. Mm-hmm. Boy, we got the USA, man. Sorry, Irish guys. We're rolling with the USA on this one. And you partnered with Vaughn, the Red Sox.
Yeah, Red Sox, Twins, Mets. Mo was one of my clients.
I was joking. He was the original David Ortiz.
Yeah. He was like Big Papi before Big Papi, man. I didn't know who he was, though, to be honest with you. I don't watch baseball like that. No.
You didn't play baseball coming up? You look like a baseball player, actually.
I know. They think I do, man. I don't know shit about it. That hurts. I'm getting surgery.
You were out for that, at least.
Oh, no. Woke up on another level.
A pain?
Yeah.
You had surgery, orthopedic surgery before?
No.
Was that the first one?
First one.
Okay.
Hey, you know what's funny is like pro fighting, college football, no injuries like that significantly where I had to have major surgery. I'm going doing old man jiu-jitsu with a gi, and then I get my ACL torn. It's crazy, man.
Me too. Played college football, did all this stuff, and I think I tore my meniscus wrestling in the hallway in college. Landed on it with like a 300-pound dude throwing a head and arm, and thinking that I could put my weight on it with his weight, but it's the floor like this.
Yeah.
Mistake made, and then tearing my pec on a combine workout. Probably like 27.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I wonder how many I could do these days.
Yeah,
so I did like 30 something, just super fatigued, right? Like I haven't been training for this at all.
Yeah.
Just the last couple reps, just like and then I'm like, give it a few minutes. Let me see how many I can do at 275. And I hit like the 5th rep on the way up. It's just like torn. So never get hurt doing anything like sports. Well, I've torn hamstrings, I guess, playing, but never anything that I needed surgery on. It's always the other stuff like Thanksgiving Day, Turkey Day, football kind of stuff.
You know why? Because you're not all locked in.
Right, 100%.
That was one thing that I realized. I'm like, I'm not taking this serious.
Well,
that's what happens.
Like I always hated football practices at like 60-70% too, because that's when the injuries happen. You're not protecting yourself.
No.
You're going halfway. So I'm an all or none person. Like if we're gonna do it, let's go hard.
Yeah.
Then I go through the motions, and then step on somebody's ankle while they're around.
Yeah, I mean that's usually how like a lot of guys get injured in a warm-up sets or work-up sets in like powerlifting and shit like that. Back in the warm-up room, they get hurt.
That right there.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, my boy Nick Bass just tore his lat on a deadlift, going for 18, I think.
Yeah.
Deadlift. And you can see it on the video. It's like pow.
Oh shit! I was at a meet. The guy dropped 500 on his chest. On the bench. I was like, oh yeah, you going to
fracture ribs.
Yeah, it was over. It was all over. He went like suicide grip.
No.
Like, you don't do that, bro. Like, come on now.
We had a guy in college who would do that. He had a big bench, and same thing. He ended up slipping. Went about like that far into his chest.
Yeah, it's over. Did you see the incline press?
Yeah,
you seen that with Larry Wheels?
Yeah, Larry Wheels, buddy.
Yeah,
that was a bad one.
Oh man, I couldn't watch it after. I watched it one time. I was like, oh.
I watched it a bunch of times.
Yeah, he
sick like that.
See, he likes that. That's why he does what he does. See this?
Sick like that. It's like the Weidman kick.
See,
you watched that a few times.
Couldn't even watch one time. That I don't do. I can do blood. I can't do bones breaking.
So was it the wraparound or when he stepped on it that bothered you most?
I didn't watch any of that.
It was when he stepped on it.
Oh my god.
When he went back, it was like, oh, that's not gonna. That's not connected at all.
It's a wet noodle.
Well, were you worried on something like that? Because the bone's obviously already shattered, right?
Yeah.
Because when you step like that, sometimes that sharp bone can pop through the skin. Now you have a major issue because you get an infection in your bone marrow. Like people can die from that. So luckily, it didn't look like it ended up being open. I think they would have operated immediately if that was the case. Ugly injury. I think that was also we were just talking. It's definitely a simulation we're living in.
Yeah.
There's been 3 at a high level now, and then 2 of them happen to the same person. Come on. Those are those aliens. They're messing with us, man. They're trying to leave tracks. So listen, the Pentagon just said there's UFOs. Like, they confirmed it. And nobody's talking about it. We're just like, hey, what about politics? What about this, that, and the other? Is that like willful ignorance, or we just want to keep going with our lives and we want to act like that isn't a big deal?
They brushed that away.
Yeah.
But
honestly, like, all of us are doing it though. Like, bro, they said there's UFOs.
Like the Pentagon released.
The Pentagon, everybody agrees and confirms it.
It's real.
That would change everything about our lives if that ended up being a thing, right? Like, everything's different now. And I think we just don't, we're like, oh no, who's fighting this weekend? Like,
exactly.
Like, it like saves our subconscious minds, because they're like, well, everything we knew might be wrong. Don't even want to let that enter my head. So we'll just. What are some of the crazy things you've seen in Fight Week? It's like the stories that like fans want to hear.
Well, we almost got into like a melee brawl in Detroit. One of my guys, this wasn't even a UFC event. This is actually like on the regional scene. Mm-hmm. And one of my guys, Jake Boswick, who is a bare knuckle fighter now. His dad came from London, and they go in kilos, not pounds. And this was like a title fight. He came in 171. And it's a title fight, so you have to be 170, correct? Like, right. Everybody knows that you have to be on weight. So in Detroit, though, that doesn't matter. In Detroit, they don't really care at all, actually. And it ended up being that you had a pound allowance plus whatever, and they didn't count the point. So you could literally be 71.9. You almost be 172 pounds. So he's like, man, he got all fired up, and his dad was yelling and screaming at the promoter. 2 kilos, he was saying, 2 kilos. And like, dad, it's pounds. This kid was like one of the hometown favorites, so he had all his friends. And now this is Detroit. This isn't like, the best neighborhood.
Sure.
So all these guys they were strapped up, like. And I was sitting there, I'm like, all right.
It's really going down.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, well, and I'm trying to tell them, it's like, it's not going to be a fight.
Yeah,
it's not going to be a fight. We're going to have to do something here, and it's not going to be pretty. Some Boys in the Hood type. They're yelling back and forth, and that whole night we were at the hotel, and they were throwing bottles at the hotel windows. And needless to say, he lost the fight. And they stormed the cage.
Oh no.
So I had to jump in the cage. I teep kicked one of them off the cage, throwing bottles at the cage. It's the worst experience of my life. In a fight. I have other worst experiences, but definitely in a fight week, that was crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
I've seen Joanna cut 15 pounds in an hour, which was ridiculous, against Rose Namajunas.
The first one?
Yeah, so that was something that was like unfortunate more than anything.
I think those are her and Cyborg. I think had like the two.
This is the first time I actually got to see her cut weight.
Okay.
Well, the second time, and she looked, like terrible.
And she switched people, right? Because
yeah. It was tough. She went with Lockhart.
That's not optimal for performance.
No.
Especially with when they got rid of the IVs, that's even tougher because you're trying to figure out how to rehydrate.
Well, the rehydration process was even worse. Yeah. From what I heard, it was a gluten-free donut and some juice. From what I heard.
Not the most optimal.
Nah, definitely not. I had one, man. This was my second pro fight when they allowed us to have IVs. And my teammate was like, he was not even an EMT yet, but he was like, I can do it. And that was a bad idea, by the way.
Yeah, that's a fairly common occurrence in MMA.
Do you go to Fight Week a lot?
Not as much anymore. Back in the day, a lot. 2012, 13, 14, we used to go a lot, monthly. And the gym was a lot busier then too, so we had a lot of guys we would go with. My nickname was the insurance policy, so it was like, hopefully you don't need me.
Yeah, for sure.
But just in case, something happens. I shouldn't be needed for much during Fight Week. The one that was the biggest one was the second John DC fight. He was wrestling live on a Wednesday right before the fight and got dumped on his head and jammed his shoulder, and he couldn't bring his arm up past here. So I had to spend a good hour and a half freeing it up and working in the sauna while he was cutting weight, because we're like, this is a big fight.
Yeah.
If he can't use his left arm, it's gonna be a big problem.
Damn. That feels way better.
Feel smoother?
Yeah.
Good.
Wow. Yeah, no pain.
Yeah. Perfect. I'm gonna have you bring that knee past my shoulder, so then kind of lean forward with the knee. Good. Now lean all the way back. So you're gonna straighten out this knee, so you might need to move that left foot back a little. So I want to really stretch the top of the ankle there. Good. And come forward again. And back. Good. And forward. And back. Good. All right, take a few steps. See, I love those shoes. Actually, it was Jones Santos, and he decided he wanted to play basketball to cut weight. I had those shoes on. You know, I'm a competitor, right?
Yeah.
So I'm out there going hard, you know.
Yeah.
And those shoes aren't the best for basketball.
No. These are legit my running shoes.
Yeah.
And then I wear Vivos for like everything else.
Yeah. Because the bottom part slides, and I ended up having the whole chunk of my heel come off.
Oh shit.
A whole piece of it, bro. I get some super glue and try to like slap it back on.
Oh man.
Yeah, bro. The entire callus like slid off of my heel from those shoes being too loose on the bottom. To change directions.
Yeah. One way.
Yeah, those are linear. I like to wear them from work. I really like those shoes a lot, but man, I'm like a little PTSD from that basketball game, bro. All right, go ahead, squat again.
Yeah, much better. Yeah, it's and the pain isn't there. So like when the pain's there, it kind of shuts it down, and I want to get away from it.
Right.
But I'm a maniac, so then I actually shift back to
it. And you try to force yourself to
and I'm forced to go back that way. So I'll shift this way and come back this way.
So you get your muscle activation on
that. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's almost there.
Yeah.
It was gone.
Quadzilla over here, man.
It was gone though.
You're not gonna catch me in shorts like that, I promise you. Boys from the Albuquerque, born and raised homes.
A little spicy here.
Yeah, this sabe. Yeah, it's funny because I'm like the same age range as all those UFC fighters from Albuquerque, all in the same area, which is just weird. We were just talking about that. It's a weird time frame for whatever reason. You know, you had Holly Holm, Diego Sanchez, Carlos Condit, John Dodson, Ray Borg, Donald Sanchez, all within 3 or 4 years of each other. All local kids, all ended up fighting the UFC. Jody Escobar, just from a small town in the desert, to have all these fighters out of there.
Who do you think sparked that?
Greg Jackson. You know, Greg Jackson's from Albuquerque, and he was probably in '92 he opened his first MMA gym. And so the story about that is that he was this Jewish white kid that lived in the barrio. Like he was the only white kid in the whole neighborhood, and kids used to kick his ass every day.
Like a monster,
so his parents were like hippies, and so he had to learn how to defend himself. So then he started a self-defense school, like 19 years old. Yeah, and so him and his like some of the other guys in there, Tom Vaughn,
a bit of adrenaline.
They started going from town to town, and they would challenge, almost like the Gracies.
It's science.
Challenging people in submission and striking too.
There we go.
But mostly submission. And I think it was the bigger breakthrough was Diego Sanchez started training him right out of high school. One maybe, and then he got on the show in 4 or 5,
Bad reach.
and that's when the MMA really started coming together. So he started bringing in striking coaches.
There we go. This man has lats for days.
So when you're in a small town, people aren't really doing anything with their lives. Like you have a wrestling
Your lat has a lat. That's what
so a lot of people wanted to
That's what's going on.
take that and go on with it.
Yeah. There it is.
And they cut all the wrestling programs from Title IX.
This is definitely gonna help
There's
with
no
your
wrestling
punch a
scholarship
lot
for kids anymore.
There it is. Going.
Yeah.
Probably just a few spots in here, but we'll get them.
They were like, well, we need more scholarships relatively.
This is why I don't want you assholes to come through.
So instead of adding more women's sports, they just took government sports. And wrestling's not a moneymaker.
Yeah.
So, like what is that, Freakonomics, where they talk about in the 70s or 80s in Silicon Valley, all these billionaires were all in the same place at the same time. So it's just timing, luck, age. This is kind of like the MMA version of that.
Show this one.
That's pretty stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tight.
This one's a little bit more, but you need.
Yeah, I gotta move the humorous on that too.
Yeah. There
So
we
you
go.
guys are from Albuquerque.
Yeah.
I'm from New York.
You're from New York.
Yeah.
He said that quick though, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not fucking from
He
there.
didn't want to be associated.
I'm not from there.
I'm a transplant.
I am. Stay repping 505, baby.
That's it, man.
Yeah. Deep breathing.
She's got immigrant mentality, so she's from Brazil.
You know, it's rough when you put the hat down. It's like, I don't want to be here anymore.
I've had enough.
This place sucks.
No tap outs.
I'm giving you guys a horrible Yelp. Jesus.
I can't even hear shit right now.
He's like, there's other people in the room?
Does that sound like Charlie Brown's teacher right now?
Yeah, can't make out terms or nothing.
I don't even know who
I don't know what shapes look like.
How do we drink?
Oh, fuck.
Hey, language. Just kidding.
Hey, listen, you stay. I signed that fucking waiver.
It says here I can swear as much as I want.
It's a censorship-free zone, okay?
This is your safe place.
I mean, you
Just let it
can
out.
say whatever you want. There might be consequences. You can say it.
I don't feel safe anymore.
But I say, go ahead and say the word. See what happens. You're allowed to say it.
By the way, this one's a little bit tight as well.
Yeah. A little bit. Can we grapple after this?
Remember, he told me to do it. Beau was talking up his wrestling game. I think he's ready for round 2.
Yeah.
Screw it.
Let's go.
I haven't been tapped out in a while.
Good job, man. 2 more.
I tapped myself out. I get so
Nice.
gassed.
All right. Shoulder press.
Right.
That's it. Slightly easier on this side. Probably still feels horrible though.
He's actually jammed. I can see the humor since he's getting hammered.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a hammer.
It's MC Hammer was talking about all those years ago.
I like those clown hammers you got over there.
Yeah.
The red is passion.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we brought that one.
Fucking passion.
So much passion in these muscles. Alright, see how that feels moving around first. Or do some slightly nicer stuff.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Well, that's looser. Left side feels looser?
Yeah.
The right one's definitely tighter.
It's the right one's jammed for sure.
Yeah.
Damn, you get your own hashtag.
That's right. Branding.
#.
Actually, that's how you know. Tic-tac-toe, actually.
So you know you're a boomer. You start putting X's and zeros on there, like people come up and start writing on your shirt.
I win.
Pull it down a little more. There we go. A little more. A little more. A little more. Good.
This one sucks. This
No,
one's
no,
way better now.
Yeah, do that same one, but palm that way. Yeah. A little more. Good. Check it again.
Chisel me, man.
Getting chiseled, son. Right side back in. There you go. Pull across your body. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. There it goes. Keep pulling. Good. Okay, check it again. Now it's there. So same thing. Pull across. More. 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 A little more. Good. Okay.
It's like right there.
Now it feels like muscle, or does it still feel joint?
It's still a joint.
Okay. So swing it right there.
Try not to use any of your MMA training.
I just want to high crotch him right now.
Step through. Like DC was about to do to Jake Paul the other day?
Yeah.
DC stuck his finger in his face and said, "We're not going to box. We're going to fight. I'm going to dump you on your head and elbow you in the face."
Fair enough.
This is boxing, so we're going to box. We're going to fight. We're going to fight.
No ring.
My favorite is if you ever see somebody with like real Muay Thai training in a street fight, they just start chopping their leg, and the dude's like, "What do I
What's
do?"
going on here? This fucking guy kicks.
You're throwing spin and stuff now?
When he taps his legs, you know something's real.
Yeah, right.
Slaps his legs, it's over.
The tongue po.
Yes.
Yeah,
You just fucked up. You just fucked up. You need to
You're
leave.
about to have a dent in your forehead.
You need to leave.
Run.
Keeping
It's
it
over.
real goes wrong.
It's not like
Yeah. Oh, I got this guy.
take your shirt off if they start doing this stuff. And like, why is that the move? Every time somebody wants to fight.
That's the move right there.
Yeah.
Catch you later.
Yeah. I don't want anything to do with that. Step it up near
Yeah.
the ribs, just.
Fucker. Yeah.
Well, then they throw it down like that. It's not
Oh, yeah. It's coming down.
straight line.
12-6. That's it. That's it.
Straight on your nose,
Yeah.
cheek, like.
What just happened? Where am I at?
Yeah.
Where am I at?
We see some of those Muay Thai videos where the dude has a dent in his forehead.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
You see the
Cyborg.
was it Cyborg? Yeah.
The knee.
Fuck, man, that was
And they threw a
disgusting.
Pokemon ball at him, bro.
insult to injury.
Dude, you're
bro.
gonna crack him with the skull and throw
Here
the
you go,
Pokemon ball at him.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Gotta catch the ball.
Insult to injury.
That dude's wild. Go back in like that. There we go.
Yeah.
Let's get it over there.
Oh.
See, I was trying to be nice.
Me too.
I was like, this is not a good position. I don't like this position.
He's like, I'm vulnerable.
I'm fucking gone after this.
I'm vulnerable here.
Position's over.
So you would be somebody that understands this better with your background. People up against the cage, everybody's instinct is to pull that over the top guillotine arm position instead of cross facing and creating space.
Yeah.
You cannot guillotine from there. Why is everybody's instinct to let them get their head underneath there?
As far as
So when they're up against the cage and the guy's trying to get a takedown, he's got his head under here, and they're going to
reach over like this,
right, sideways,
Yeah, you don't.
but they're here. They can't possibly, get
You
around.
have to turn into them.
But their head is going to drive them every single time. They're going to get taken down, right?
Yeah.
I'm just like, why are you not pulling the head up away and cross-facing
You would
somewhat?
want to turn into them too, and get the
Right.
elbow inside.
Either hand in
or
here
pummel,
or...
just pummel and get
Yeah,
elbow
but everybody accepts that position, and then they go whoop, right
You know
on the
what?
back.
Yeah, it's the close because it's the closest in that time frame. You're like, oh, I got a neck.
Right. Instinctively,
But
they'll
they're not-
reach back to
They're
that.
not looking to get inside and
Especially strikers. I'm like, why are you putting your hand there, bro?
just back up, man. Because every striker at one point thinks they can grapple.
And they want to prove it, right?
Yeah, in that fight too, against the grappler.
Right,
too.
against the grappler. Like,
I'm gonna prove something here. I'm gonna beat him at his own game. No, you're not.
Don't
No,
do that.
you're not.
There's levels. There's so many levels.
Just do what you do best. Yeah.
That's what always tripped me out back in the day. Like, I'm a decent high school wrestler, strong guy. Like,
Yeah.
You get in there with a black belt,
Yeah.
and then you realize they're just toying with you. There's nothing you can do to them.
They set you up. There's like 3 moves after that, and you're like, oh no, this isn't the move that
Yeah.
I'm thinking is gonna.
No,
happen.
for real. They're 4 moves ahead.
Moves, yeah, definitely. Especially in the gi.
Yeah.
That's like you gotta think like 15
correct.
different
Completely
moves, and you're like, I know what he's doing here, but it's probably not what I think he's doing.
Right.
And I gotta just stay here most of the time. And a lot of the times, and I'll get guys that are big black belts, not like the little guys. And and don't get me wrong, those guys are phenomenal. And they use their leverages and technique. But when you got strong black belts that have technique and use leverage, well, you're fucked. Yeah, it's over. You know what I mean? I used to fight a lot in Louisiana.
Yeah.
The cages were no bigger than this room, probably a little bit smaller maybe sometimes. And you would always go against some wrestler that has no neck whatsoever.
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, come on, man. Dude, I thought looked like Uncle Fester. I literally kicked him in the face. Kicked him in the face.
You just ate it?
He ate it. I was like, what
in the world?
What do I do now at this point, bro?
That's what fighters tell me. They're
I
like,
know
when you
that.
hit them with your best shot and they're still standing there, you're like, Everybody goes to sleep
I
from
kicked
this.
him in the
head
I
out.
kicked. I wasn't even.
This
switch
usually
kick.
works.
It was a back leg
Just wow.
for a whop, and everybody, oh, and he just said, he
You're like, wait, what?
that didn't work. Okay, well, shit. Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh man.
Where'd you feel that?
Like all the way through my spine, all
your
the way
soul?
down, yeah, deep in my soul,
Deep down
like
inside,
that Disney movie, man.
like the Disney movie song.
Did my body come out? See my body come out.
I'm more of a fan of Coco myself.
I saw what that was it. I saw what you guys are doing, making me real calm, and then all of a sudden you just tear my whole body apart.
It's a technique,
Saw
bro.
that.
You just tear my whole body apart.
Oh wee. Let's go.
Let's go. He said. All right, right shoulder down. There you go. Get this pec. Oh, pec minors, yeah. I go over here for a second. See how this is here. So you have a separate podcast channel, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Where can I find that? Is that on YouTube also, or is that
Mm-hmm. Daru Strong
Spotify,
podcast.
iTunes?
All of that. Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and the YouTube channel. I said it twice.
So if you guys want to hear more stories about, getting bottles thrown at you in Detroit all night,
Yeah.
he's got more of that. Plus, you
Okay.
got special guests. You get fighters on.
There it is. It's a deep burn. It's like you work out a lot or something.
Something. It's just all natural.
It's all natural. I came like this.
I came like this out of the
That's how it
womb.
is, man.
That's what I was like.
Ready to throw down.
230.
Right out.
Yep.
I was born 230.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Mom.
I don't even work out, man. I just look at weights and shit.
Next thing you know, boom, biceps.
Over.
You can't shoulder press 100-pound dumbbells. You can't sit at the table with us.
We had a saying, man. You don't squat over 5, bench over 4. You can't touch the radio.
Oh. I can't do that anymore, though.
Stay wide with it.
I have before,
going.
but not anymore.
That's right. Right now I can't either.
Dude, I haven't done a squat since 2006.
What? Damn. That's crazy.
I've done a bench press since 2011.
Really? Wow.
It's a little rough on the joints doing this every day.
Yeah, no, I bet.
380 on incline.
380 on the incline?
Yeah. It's a lot, too.
Jesus.
I wasn't doing it anyway.
Yeah, I don't know why we're maxing on incline.
It's not safe at all.
But we did max on incline instead of deadlift.
Yeah, it's not good anymore.
Well, that's the only reason like our college was good is because like we took guys in and we just made our offensive linemen into monsters. You know?
Yeah. Good for the O-line, good for the D-line.
Our strength coach really made the program.
Yeah. Who was your strength coach?
Mark Paulson.
You still there? Nah, right?
Nah,
How old are you?
37.
Oh, yeah. You said New Mexico?
Yeah. So we were solid during those years. We beat Missouri on the road, Texas Tech, we beat Arizona.
What's that, Big Ten?
Mountain West.
Mountain West.
But just like the luck, same thing, like the guys I happened to play with, I think just being on the team, like 30 guys I knew ended up playing in the league for a while.
Yeah.
You know, mostly O-linemen.
That's the last one right there. Yeah.
Crazy ass. Yeah, that's way looser.
Yeah.
Damn.
One more out of that same one. So it's bicep
I
tendon.
feel like this is just
That was the last
drop.
piece of it.
Before I couldn't do this.
Yeah.
Like, not even.
And some anterior delt too, though, but that was the last piece of it.
One more round of that. That's that spot.
And that's the issue, like getting that rotation in the water. The left side is terrible right now. Well, now.
Your lat and pec are just taking over for everything.
Yeah.
So likely that bicep tendon is getting caught in the groove there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he's
and I've injured it too.
So he's pinning it in external rotating your humerus, so you're moving the bicep tendon medially relatively, so that it's tracking better in the groove.
Gotcha. Oh yeah.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
I have the same issue. Mine's torn actually on the left.
Well, you guys are phenomenal.
Did you make us blush?
Yeah. Just wanted to give you that, then I'll give you some chocolates later.
Nice, appreciate it.
Wow.
That's actually how we roll.
Greg's a biscuit. He likes to be buttered up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's moving.
Not scared of nothing.
Definitely not scared of swimming no more after this, right?
Oh yeah. That thing back.
About to be a shark in the water right now.
I'm sick of people talking shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
I can get it up now.
Damn, swimmers talk shit?
No,
Elbow.
they're just playing.
You can elbow him in the water too, get him out the way, and then keep going. I just got the technique. Let's get him down.
Oh, it's on now. Don't mess with Phil.
Alright, just told
Man, you still got a beautiful, full, luscious lock of hair. Man, why you wearing the hat all the time?
Yeah, show them golden locks off.
All right. All these other dudes are getting
breath
transplants
in.
and...
Breathe out. There we go. Okay, hug yourself. Deep breath in.
Yeah,
Breathe
use
out.
that one, that mid one. There it was. That's the one I needed.
I'm not fit. Oh, okay. Alright. Felt that one.
All right.
Starting to move now in the scapula. That's good.
Now go back again. So now you have some T-spine extension.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more. Do ab release on them?
Shouldn't be as much tension there.
No, I need some, maybe a little bit more. I'm just kidding. No, it's a joke.
Let's get a little bit of that oblique on
I
the
was
side.
gonna say, you need your oblique or
Right
make your
there.
QL right.
Lean right.
The last piece of the puzzle in.
Right.
Yeah. And back to center. And back. And center. There you go. Not too bad.
Elbows up.
Side to side.
Yeah.
So now you can on a little T-bow like a boss, just in case you ever get the urge.
Yeah.
Yeah, those whipping hooks like nothing now.
You know, that Porier pause that he does.
Yeah.
Where he like pauses halfway in to see where the defense is. And that's wicked striking, bro.
I seen him go crazy.
Yeah, that boxing. Woo!
Best boxing, in my opinion, best boxing.
Yeah, man.
That's nasty.
100%.
Yeah, man. The timing, you know,
Yeah.
everybody was talking about the leg kick. Did you see the check hook he kept throwing? Like everybody was missing that, man.
They're like, he's kind of mad about that. Like, man, y'all worried about
The leg kick. He was timing that check hook like clean, bro.
exciting. I was jumping up and down, screaming like a little fucking girl.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh my god, he knocked him out! He
Yeah.
knocked him out!
Yeah, not just decision, not just
No,
out
definitive.
cold revenge.
Yeah, I like and like
All right, man. Tell them where you can find you. Instagram, Daru Strength.
yeah,
Strong.
Daru Strong. Yep, DaruStrong.com. Instagram is @DaruStrong. Twitter is @DaruStrong. That's pretty much it.
Yes. Tune in. You want to see some updates on all the best fighters, great content, mobility stuff, strength conditioning, Q&As on physiology. There's a lot of interesting, unique content out there. Go down there, subscribe to that channel, show them some love. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Hey guys, if you like the content that you saw in this video and you want to hear more from Phil Daru, who's one of the best MMA trainers in the world, check it out. We got Phil Daru. He's got his camp coming up, Daru Strong. It's going to be a conference December 11th and 12th. It's going to be in Boca Raton, Florida. We've got a bunch of big names coming. Vaughn's going to be there. We're going to be watching the Dustin Poirier fight live. Jeff Mayweather's going to be there. Jordan Shallow is going to be there. Obviously, Phil's going to be presenting. And I'm going to be presenting as well. So if you guys want to learn from me, if you want to go through a little bit of a conference, I'm going to stick the link below. You can sign up right there. Hopefully I'll see you guys in Boca Raton.